Hey there guys, how's it going? So, wanted to basically take some time to catch up on some of this last weekend's boxing. As you guys know, I was on a night out in Leeds and I went to see the Josh Warrington fight, so I never got a chance to see the World Boxing Super Series card, sadly. But yeah, I wanted to talk about it now because it was an interesting card. It was a really entertaining card. I went to watch it today, man. Thankfully, Sky Sports uploaded it on YouTube today, so I was able to check out both fights. The Dorticos fight with Tabiti, it was a difficult fight for Dorticos early on. You know, Tabiti's a very defensive, very awkward guy. You know, likes to hold, likes to spoil. But Dorticos was the superior fighter. You know, he broke him down using his experience and his power and his size and his determination and his stamina, and he just kept pushing forward, and he systematically broke Andrew Tabiti down and knocked him out with a brutal, powerful, straight right hand, completely broke him. And yeah, that was a great performance. Brutal knockout victory. Andrew Tabiti was flat out on the canvas, and Dorticos moves into the final, and he'll be facing Mairis Briedis. So let's talk about the Mairis Briedis Glowacki fight. Briedis wins by a very impressive third round knockout. However, that doesn't tell the whole story because there was controversy, and yeah, the controversy has angered and disappointed a lot of people, particularly Krzysztof Glowacki's Polish fan base, the contingent who were there in the crowd, as well as a lot of neutral observers, were very disappointed with the way the fight was officiated. The controversy started in the second round where, you know, Briedis responded to a foul from Glowacki with another foul. Basically, Glowacki has smacked Briedis behind the head with a blatant rabbit punch. You know, smacked him behind the head with a big overhand left. Briedis responded immediately with an elbow to the face, and that elbow to the head caused Glowacki to dive to the canvas. I think, you know, he was trying to emphasize that he was hurt and trying to emphasize that you know, that Briedis fouled him and was looking for a point. And I'm not quite sure how I feel about Briedis responding to a foul with a foul. I guess you could understand it, his motivation behind it anyway, but I still think it would have made more sense for him to just let the referee sort it out. He could have just told the referee about the punch to the back of the head, but it is what it is. I've got mixed feelings on that. But the most controversial thing on the card was that when Mairis Briedis scored a knockdown towards the end of the second round, the bell went shortly after, and pretty much everybody watching the fight, you know, people at ringside and whatnot, all heard the bell, but the referee did not hear the bell, or according to him, he did not hear the bell because he let them keep fighting. And during the time when the round was supposed to have ended, and they were supposed to go back to their corners, Glowacki gets dropped again. You know, Krzysztof Glowacki gets dropped by another shot by Mairis Briedis, and yeah, Briedis was so accurate with his uppercut and his overhand right, and it was really impressive. But the fact of the matter is, and the point is, that Glowacki should have been given time to recover at the end of the round. But yeah, the referee didn't catch the bell, and the referee let them keep fighting for a while after the bell, and yeah, it's very controversial that. But yeah, Krzysztof Glowacki comes out the next round, and yeah, he gets knocked out. Briedis finished the job in style, and yeah, he's the new WBO Cruiserweight champion. He's going to be going on to fight Dorticos in the final, man, and that's going to be a great fight. Yuniel Dorticos versus Mairis Briedis. Going to be a great fight, and I can't wait for that one. Great fight, great matchup. Just a great fight. I think, how can that fight be anything other than a war? And at this stage, I favour Mairis Briedis. I favour him quite big at the moment, but that might change. But I just think he's the technically superior fighter of the two, and I think he's the better athlete of the two. Dorticos might be a little bit more heavy-handed, but Briedis has better punching technique, in my opinion, which is why he gets more impressive knockouts and appears to hit a bit harder. But it's going to be a great fight. It's going to be a fight that's going to be competitive and entertaining while it lasts. And while it lasts, it's one of them fights that you know at any point they either could win by knockout. And yeah, you know, it's just going to be a fight where there's going to be a lot of big punches thrown, big punches scored, and it's going to be a fight. I can definitely see there being a knockout. I can definitely see there being knockdowns. And even if there isn't, it'll still be entertaining, and it'll be a high intensity type of fight. Looking forward to it. I really am, man. Really looking forward to it. So I don't know what else to say really. There was the Tyson Fury fight. Less said about that, the better. There was a pretty interesting card over in Germany. Jürgen Bremer made a bit of a comeback. Had a second round knockout win. I believe he was supposed to fight. This undefeated guy who was 17-0, but the guy pulled out last minute with an injury, and Bremer fought some journeyman instead and knocked him out in 2 rounds. And I did manage to watch that fight. I found it on YouTube, and I also found the Tyron Zoiga fight. He fought last night too and had a knockout victory in the 10th. That was quite a good performance too. It was probably quite a good fight actually. It was fairly competitive, but Zoiga kept knocking the guy down. The guy was down like a couple of rounds. I felt that Kid Galahad was schooling him in the early rounds, and I was right next to some die-hard Josh Warrington fans, man, who were very angry in the early rounds, who were annoyed about the holding, and I was annoyed about the holding too because there was a lot of holding and mauling from Galahad. But I thought that as the fight went on, Warrington's pressure and volume got the better of it, and I just thought he won the fight pretty clearly by a couple of rounds. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Anyway, that's pretty much this weekend's boxing covered. Don't really know what else to say. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and God bless.